To act before, like when you were younger, when you were little, did you ever do any?
I did it when I was at school. Yeah, I did like school productions.
What did you do at school?
Which obviously isn't the same, but well, we always did weird takes on stuff. So we did like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but I was Buzz Lightyear.
Oh wow, so quite out there,
you know?
Okay.
So yeah, there was a lot of the storylines always kind of intertwined in a strange way.
And how did the role of Buzz Lightyear in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang sort of inspire you to be Alex in Dunkirk?
I think he's just, you know, he's quite strong. He's willing to, he's always trying his best.
He's fearless.
Yeah, he's fearless. Yeah. He likes green, and yeah.
Yeah. Did you mention this to Christopher Nolan?
No.
No, good. Good. Yeah, good. Because that is like, when I heard you were going to do a movie, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then when I heard it was like Christopher Nolan, I was like, wow, this is major. How was it like when you got that first sort of talk about it, or that first meeting about going to audition to be in a film this big?
Well, I think like when I first heard about it, I'm such a fan of his.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of excited to watch it when I heard he was doing this film. So I kind of knew it was going to be good. And then yeah, I just wanted to get involved really, and then did like a tape and sent it in.
Did you have to film that yourself at your house?
No, I did it with the casting director guy in America, and then I flew back for the auditions in London, which is real weird.
Is it? How is an audition? Because I guess the last time you auditioned, that went quite well.
Well, you walk into a room of. I walked in and everyone in the room was like people I'd seen in movies and stuff. So I was like, oh,
who was that?
I mean, Finn was there. But
well, I guess people that didn't get the role.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
But it was it's so weird because you do it and then you just go home and like obsess over whether it was good or not.
Yeah.
So it's a really strange. It's a really strange like thing.
Do you have to go like when you're, because obviously you're playing a soldier in Dunkirk, when you're going to that audition, now you can't turn up in like those silver Harry Styles boots.
Right.
So do you have to go up dressing like
a
man from the olden days?
Yeah, I purposely went in like a beanie hat and a jumper.
Right.
I was like,
just like, this is actually this is actually.
I should maybe try and blank canvas this down a little.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just a normal guy.
Yeah.
Cast me. Yeah. And then when do you get the call? Does Christopher Nolan call you and tell you you're in the film?
No, so I was actually in a writing session at the time, and I wasn't allowed to tell anyone that I'd got it. So my agent and manager called me, and I kind of like shouted with them on the phone, and then I walked back into the room, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, my friend got a job, and it was just really good." So, and they were like, "Okay."
Really excited about this, like, screaming like, "Oh my god, congrats!"
Yeah.
And then how was day one on set? Because I imagine a lot of pressure to work on this, because massive film. I saw it yesterday. I loved it, by the way. I thought it was amazing, and and we'll get into the film in a second. But it's huge, isn't it? So day one, was it daunting? Was it scary? Were you fine?
Yeah, I think walking onto the set was like, it was so overwhelming. Just I think trying to imagine something of that size, and then when you actually see it, it is insane.
Yeah.
And I'd say my first day on set was one of the hardest kind of weather days and everything. So it was a bit like thrown in the deep end.
Was it freezing?
Yeah.
It looked freezing.
It was.
What time of year did you film it?
We filmed it from March, end of March, or May maybe.
Yeah, you could like literally see like people's skin colour changing, like when you get chilblains when you've been playing out too long. When you watch it. Are you a crier when you watch movies?
Well, the first time I am sometimes. Sometimes things will just get me. The first time I watched it, I was more because I hadn't seen anything and I didn't know how he'd put the story together.
Yeah.
So I was more like kind of watching to see what the story was. So I felt like I watched it less as just the film.
Yeah.
And then I watched it at the premiere in London, and it got me a couple of times. There's like a couple of like emotional little bits where I was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to cry in a movie.
Your own film.
I'm in. 'Cause I look a bit. But yeah, it's really emotional. I think that the thing is like sitting in a cinema full of people, you kind of still feel like you're watching it on your own.
Yeah.
It's
very
such a personal
Yeah.
experience. It's really like you feel kind of surrounded by it, and
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like you're watching a screen. Really, it feels like you're kind of in there.
You're in it. And it's had to like learn all the lines and stuff, because I guess that's nothing you've ever, because you normally have just had to go to work and like be yourself and like talk about yourself. But how was it going to learn those lines? Was it hard? Did you revise them? How did you memorize them?
I got lucky with this because there's not that many lines in the whole thing.
You do have more than I thought you'd have. Like you're
when
quite chatty.
When I first read it, I was like, oh, don't know if I'm gonna know these.
Quite a lot.
I'm lucky. My memory's not too bad, so I actually didn't find it too bad.
Did you ever mess up and be like, oh, I got to do that one again?
No, but that was my main stress, kind of each day on set. I was like, even if I absolutely knew the lines, I was like, well, I'm definitely gonna forget my lines.
Yeah, and there was a lot of extras, like a lot of extras in this film. How many of those extras do you think just signed up because like they got to like see you and like Mark Rylance and stuff? Did anyone ask you for a selfie in like 1940s regalia?
There was. I don't think anyone had the.
That's very respectful.
Stuff. It was good.
That's
but
very
good. They got like a bunch when we were filming in Dunkirk. They had like a bunch of locals and loads of guys from like the local school and stuff. And we'd be out and they'd all be dressed, and it was obviously insane to see them all walking kind of the streets of this town in full kind of gear. And we'd be sitting around in the days, and as the days would go on, they'd realise how much waiting around there was. So each day they'd start bringing more and more snacks. So they'd have their little like army bags with them, and you'd kind of look around, and they'd be pulling out like
pepperoni
sausages and stuff. And there's this guy who brought like a little
packet of skips,
Swiss Army knife, and just a massive sausage, and would just sit there cutting bits of sausage off this thing.
That's like, quite army snack.
Like
the
most French thing I've ever seen.
That is quite like I imagine someone might have had that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your?
Someone had like Starburst.
Yeah, that's off-brand. It's too off-brand. Sausage with a knife.
Other brands are available.
Yeah, thank you.
Fruit-based
Did you get to?
sweet.
Do you get to have a rider when you're in a movie? Do you get like a trailer? Because when you think of movie stars like being in a trailer. Did you get that? I imagine Christopher Nolan.
The trailer on this was that we were kind of on the water all day.
Yeah.
So we had a trailer that you'd go and get dressed in. That was it. So you'd like get dressed in it, leave, and then get dressed afterwards.
Right.
That was kind of.
So there was not.
It wasn't like, oh, I've got loads of stuff in my trailer.
No, right.
But when I finished, I got my first edible arrangement.
What did you
That
get?
was like bouquet of flowers out of fruit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got my first one of those.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Congrats on that. Congrats on that. That's amazing. What happens on the last day? Does Christopher Nolan say like, "Hey, well done. See you at the premiere"?
See ya.
Like, how's the leaving the set? Like, are you like, oh, is that done? Is it good? Am I in
everyone
it?
kind of like has a drink afterwards and hangs out for a bit, and then it's so mad because you do it, and then obviously everyone goes home, and the next day it's just completely done. It's such a hard stop.
You're just eating a fruit arrangement at home on your own, like watching Pretty Woman, I guess.
That was a great 5 months. That was really intense. Thank you so much. And then
back to normality. I bet that is weird.
Sleep for 3 days.
Okay.